Hello students, we are discussing the slope deflection method for the frames with and without sway, and we have discussed one class of frames without sway. Now we continue in this class also the frames without sway. So as we have discussed in the last class, you can see that this the side movement of the end of a column in a frame is called sway. So sway means is that. So that means the columns are going left or right. So that is called the movement, side movement. That is called sway. So the sway can also be prevented by providing supports at the beam level, as well as the geometric and load symmetry about the vertical axis. As I've already told, if the loading is symmetrical about the axis, vertical axis at the center, and the geometry is symmetrical, then there will be no sway. Further, if there is any sway occur in the frame, that can be prevented by providing the unyielding supports at these ends or at this end. So the horizontal movement can be prevented by some mechanisms. So then also there is no sway in the frame. So now this is shown frame with sway. Now you see how the sway is prevented. Though here this load is unsymmetrical. It is one side of this center there is a load, other side there is no load. But the sway is prevented by providing a hinge support at this end. There will be no unyielding of supports. So there is no yielding, and there will no sway. So whatever the sway delta will come towards right, that will be prevented by this mechanism of providing a support at this end. So the sway can be prevented in this fashion. Now come to this portal frames with sideway. If portal frames with sideway, then we can what are the causes for sideway? Unsymmetrical loading, as we have discussed, or the eccentrical loading that will cause these portal frames to cause sideway. Then unsymmetrical outline of portal frame. If the frame is not unsymmetrical, let me explain again how it is unsymmetrical. So one frame is like this, other is like this. Okay. So this is maybe fixed over, this may support, but this is 2 meter, this is 3 meter. So there will be sway. So there is a unsymmetrical outline of portal frame. Different end condition of the column of the portal frame. That means if they are both at the same level, but this is hinged and this is fixed. So also there will be sway. The support condition is not symmetry on both sides. Then non-uniform of moment of inertia. Okay. So suppose both these frames are fixed, length is the same, everything is the same. There is a UDL here. Okay. But this is 2I and this is 3I or I 2I. So the moment of inertia is different, that is geometry is different on this side and that side, so there will be sway. Horizontal loading on the column, if everything remains same, suppose you have everything remaining same, like the loading, geometry, everything is the same, all are I, all these spans are I, but there is a load. What will happen? There will be sway. This horizontal load will cause sway of the frames. Then settlement of supports. If any of the support settles by 1 mm, 2 mm, 3 mm, whatever the value, then also there will be sway. And individual of these values, individual of the causes can cause sideway. Else, the combination of any will also provide sway to the structure. So that you should remember why there occurs at all sway on the frames. We'll discuss after this class. We'll discuss the sway problems, how to tackle these sway problems in the analysis. Now let us go to this important points. Some important points in case of portal frame with sideway. The joint translation become additional unknown quantities. Earlier in the beams or these frames without sway, there is only slope other unknowns. Now in this case, the joint will move. Joint B and joint C will move. So delta becomes another unknown. As you have seen, delta is a unknown here. Now delta becomes unknown. In addition to this, theta B, theta C, delta becomes another additional unknown values. So some additional condition therefore be required for analyzing a frame. So because you have number of unknowns is equal to number of joint equilibriums, then you can find out the slopes. What are the unknown slopes in the equations? Because this additional condition comes delta is unknown, then you see no additional conditions are required. The additional condition of equilibrium are obtained from the consideration of the shear force exerted on the structure by external loading. Okay. Now you have to take the shear criteria now here for calculating this additional condition, additional unknown. So that we'll see in the problems in the non-sway analysis problems. The horizontal shear exerted by member is equal to the algebraic sum of the moments at the ends divided by the length of the member. So we'll show in this figure how to calculate these values, the horizontal forces, and all the end moments are assumed clockwise in calculating horizontal reactions. Okay. The end moments will take clockwise, then that is positive. If it is not anti-clockwise, then that will be negative value. Now take an example of like this. Suppose this is a sway problem. Now here it will sway. Now you say take this is clockwise, this is clockwise, this is clockwise, this is clockwise. Here is HA, here is HD, the horizontal reactions. So how to calculate HA? So if you take the equilibrium of AB, if you take the equilibrium of AB, what are the forces acting? Now let us take the equilibrium of AB. Okay, this is A, this is B, right? Here is a moment acting like this, MBA. Here is a moment acting like this, MAB. So this is your MBA and this is your MAB, right? Now here is a load is acting P. The distance of total is L1, and this height maybe L1, H1, whatever you take. This is L1, right? And this is H. So P is acting at distance H from this end. If you take to find HA, take moment at D is equal to 0. Okay, AB is equal to 0. If sigma B is equal to 0, what is the condition? The condition now, this is HA into distance L1. Okay, that will give you the anti-clockwise moment. Okay. Now what is this is clockwise, so minus MAB. So we can write the equation. This equation is derived from here. HA into L1 minus MAB minus MBA, because both are clockwise. Then what kind of moment it will give this P? So P into E will give you the moment like anti-clockwise. So plus P into H is equal to 0. If you take HA will come this side. So MAB plus MBA minus PS by L1. So that will give the value of HA. Similarly, you can find the value of HD. Okay, if you take the free body diagram of this and take moment about C is equal to 0, you can find out this value. Now here this load will give you a clockwise moment. Okay, so that will be plus the minus this side and other side will plus. That is why it is written like this way. So if you want, I can draw this free body diagram for CD. Let us draw for CD so that will be clear for you. This is HD, right? This is clockwise MDC. This is clockwise MCD, right? MDC, MCD. Okay. Now here the loading is like this. Now see, HD into this will give you the moment in anti-clockwise. So HD into L2, let this length is L2, SD into L2 minus MDC minus MCD, then minus, because these loads again will give the moment in clockwise direction. So plus, sorry, minus this W into L2 square by 2 is equal to 0. What is SD? We will take other side, MCD plus MDC by this is equal to 0. So both will act in this direction. But if in your analysis any of the value comes negative, or the value is minus. And if HA comes negative, then that will opposite to this direction. So we are taking HA right positive. If the value HA comes negative, then it is at left side. So that should be clear. This conceptually you should clear that. And now for the equilibrium of the sigma H0, so sigma H0 means HA plus HD plus P minus W into L. Okay, not W L square, it is W into L. So there is so this is not L square, so W into L. W into L to L2, not L square, it is L2. W L2 0. So you can put the value of HA, value of HB, and value of P. Okay, PW2 is equal to 0. Now from this equation, if P is equal to 0, W is 0, that comes your simple equation. As if there is no load on this span, then P becomes 0. There is no load on this side, then that's the span is equal to 0. Now this comes the values. Okay. So these equations are called shear equations. These equations are called the shear equations. So from the shear equations, you can find the another unknown can be obtained. Okay. This is the criteria to find the values. Now let us go to the one problem. Let us solve the problem here. This is a problem on this frames without sway. Now see in this frame there is a fixed support given here. Once you give the fixed support, you are preventing the horizontal movement as we have discussed in the last class with the overhanging one part of the frame. Once you are preventing this horizontal support, there will be no sway. So now you can analyze the problem and draw the shear force diagram. Though you see here I is equal to I, here I is equal to 2I, I is equal to 1.5I. There is no geometrical similarity or loading similarity on this frame. Though it is not given, it must sway, but it is not, there is no sway because one of these horizontally prevented by giving a fixed support at A. If at all this will go to sway, there is some delta value we want it to say like this delta value that will be prevented by this support. It will take care of all these things. So there is no sway in this problem. So if there is no sway, then your delta is equal to 0, and you see your theta A is equal to 0 because theta A is fixed, but there will be theta B, there will be theta C, there will be theta D. It is hinge support. This is hinge. This is not your fixed support. There is a hole here. Okay, this is hinge support. This is hinge, or you can show this is a hinge support like this. Anyway, you can see. So there will be three unknowns: theta A, theta B, theta C. So what are the joint equilibriums? You can find MCB is equal to 0, MDC is equal to 0, and sigma MB is equal to 0. So we have the three equations, three unknowns. We can solve the problem. So now write down the equations for each. First, we have to find the fixed end moments. So the first criteria is fixed end moments. So these are all nothing. These are the fixed end moments. So first find out the fixed end moments. In the span AB, there is a point load at distance A and distance B. So we can find MAB is equal to minus WAB square by L square. So put the value W120, A is equal to 2, A is equal to 4, and that will give the value of minus 106.67 kilonewton meter. So you can also find MBA, WA square B by L square, which gives 53.33 kilonewton. There is UDL and BC. So you can find minus WL square by 12 plus 12 WL square by 12. So put the value of L and write the equations. So that will give the values of MBC. Now let us come to the MDB and MDC. In MDB and DC, you see the load is at center. Okay, 2 meter, 2 meter. The span is 4 meter. So the minus WL by 8 and cos WL by MDB. So MDB is minus. While calculating this span, you go from this end to this end. Please understand. And while coming for this span, you are coming. This is left. This is left. This is right. While going here, this is left. This is right. This is left. This is right. You are going from here to here. Okay, here to here, then here, like that way, or left, right. and left right like that way. So this is left. So this MDB is equal to minus WL by 8. You can may ask why it is plus not plus. So there is minus WL by 8 and plus WL by 8. MDB, MBD. This is BD. BD is positive, DB is negative. Anti-clockwise and clockwise. So now write the equation of slope deflection equations for span AB. What is for span AB? In span AB, you see, but the span AB, theta A 0, there will be theta B. So there is no delta. So it comes in terms of theta B. So write the equation I is equal to 2I. So this is very important. You have to show this I is equal to 2I. You have to put here. We have also discussed one problem in the last class on the beams. Put I is equal to 2I and write the equation. So now it is minus 106.67 plus 2I 3 by theta. Well, MBA will come like this. Put the values in place of I, put 2I, theta A 0. So you can write this value. Now in MBC, the what is the value of I in MBC? Let's go to MBC. MBC is 1.5I. So otherwise taken 1.5 I. So now here MBC, you see in MBC I is equal to 1.5 and your L is equal to 2 meter, 4 meter. Two EI by L. So I is equal to 1.5. So into 3 and L is equal to 2. Now you put here MBC and this I becomes 1.5. So 1.5 into 2 becomes 3. And theta C will be 0 here. MBC. There is some theta C value. He has neglected. MBC there will be theta C value, right? 3 by 4. Here theta C. Now this I is 1.5I. So 1.5 1.5 means 3 by 2. Okay. So this put here in this I. It is not written here. This I is nothing 1.5I. So we'll put 1.5I. 1.5 to 3. 3 by 4 and this 2 cancels. So 3 by 2 EI theta. And here 3 by 4 will come EI theta. Okay, it's clear. Again, also here I is equal to 1.5. Put the value of I is equal to 1.5i, then we find this equation comes like this. MC. For MBD, what the value of I? For MBD, if you see what the value of I is given in the problem, MBD, it is given I only. So there will be no change. Put the value of I. So for MBD, right, theta B and theta D exist. Both are not 0, but only delta is equal to 0. So for MBD, theta B is 2 times. For MDB, theta D is 2 times. And by writing the equation, find MBD and MBD. So all the 6 equations for the 3 spans becomes the slope deflection equations. Now we'll go to boundary conditions. Okay, the boundary conditions, sigma B0. Sigma B0 means BA, BC, and BD. Okay, if you see your joint, what is like this? This is B, this is B, this is A. Sorry, this is A, B, this is C, and this is D. Okay, so MBA, MBC, and MBD. So all combined to 0. This is one equation. This is hinge support. So at end C, MCB is equal to 0. This is also hinge support. So here also the moment 0. So MDB 0. Now write these 3 equations. By writing these 3 equations, you will able to write the equations now. So now put all these equations, MBA, MBC, MBD, the values you have already obtained for MBA, MBC, and MBD. So write these values and solve it. So we'll find one equation. So now this is equation number 9. Okay. MBA is equal to 0. So this is equation number 7. This is equation number 8. This is equation number 9, MDB 0 and MCB 0. Now this is MBA 0. This is one equation. This is one equation. This is one equation is equal to 0. And this is one equation is equal to 0. Now in these two equations, what are the unknowns? Theta b, theta c, theta d, theta b, theta c, theta b, theta d. So theta d, theta c can be expressed in terms of theta b. Then you put in this equation 7 and you will find the theta b. Once you find theta b, then you can find theta c and theta d. So this is how you have to take into the problem. So these are three simultaneous equations and there are three unknowns. So to find three unknowns, there are two equations which are in terms of theta c, theta b, that is theta d and theta b. So calculate the theta d value in terms of theta b, theta c in terms of theta b, then go back to this equation and find the value of theta b. Once you find theta b, then you can find out theta c and theta d can be obtained. So let us see. So by solving the values, we'll find the value of theta b, theta c, theta d in terms of this. Or you can say theta d ei, theta d ei, theta c ei, theta b, as you like, you can get the values. Once you give these values, then again go back to the equation 1, 2, 6. In equation 1, 2, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you put the values of theta b. In the equation 1, we are putting here 8.83. Okay, you can see here we have put minus 8.83. Here it is theta b and theta c, right? Theta b and theta c. Here it is theta d. So you can put the equations theta b and theta. This is theta b and theta d, theta d and theta b. So write those equations, put these values, and these values will give you this end moments. Once you find the end moments, then we'll be able to draw the bending moment diagram. Now let us go to the bending moment diagram. Now here you see this. You see these equations. Now this is the free body diagram of this or the moments. How the moments are acting. Now what is MAB? MAB is acting minus 112. You see what the value MAB minus 112.5. Minus means it is anti-clockwise. So put this as the anti-clockwise direction. Here MBA is clockwise, so positive. So it is put in clockwise direction. MBC is minus 49. So MBC will be anti-clockwise direction. MCB 0. So we are not going to that. It is definitely should be 0. Otherwise your answers are wrong. You can check here your MCB must be 0, MDB must be 0, MBD, MBC, MBA. If you combine, this will also be equal to 0. That should be the condition. Okay, we have put. If it is not coming like that way, so there is some calculation error that you have done by mistake while doing the calculations. That part you have to check here once the result comes. And what is MBD? MBD is positive, so at clockwise. MBD is clockwise. MDB is 0. Now, once you draw this is your diagrams for moments. Okay, these are for the moments. Now, for span AB, you can find the reactions. Now, you can find the reaction RA. You can find the reaction RC. You can also find the reaction RD in the column HD. Okay. Now, what is the value of span AB? If you go to span AB, what is its condition? Let us see what the span AB. Span AB. So this is A. This is B. This end is fixed. Okay. And here is a load of 12 kilonewton. You can remove this fixed end, and fixed end can be given by the moment. So the moment is like this. MAB is 112.56, right? Now this moment is clockwise. So this is 41.56. Okay. Now you have to calculate the value of here. This is your RA. This is your RB or RB1, whatever like B1 or B whatever like. Now RA plus RB is equal to 120 kilonewton. And the first sigma V0. So you can find this condition sigma V0 is not written here. Sigma B0 means RA plus RB. RA plus RB is equal to total load is 120. Now taking moment about to A0, if we find RB, moment about A0. If we take moment about 0, RB will give the moment that is anticlockwise. So RB into distance is the distance, the 6 meter. RB into 6. Then this is clockwise. This is anti-clockwise. So plus 112.56 minus your 41.56. Okay. Then but this moment will give, this is also give clockwise. So that is again minus 120 into 2. That is equal to. So from this condition that sigma MB, sigma M A is equal to 0, we can find the value of RB. So if we make solve it, so RB comes out to 28.17 and RA will come 91.83. Definitely RA must be more because the load is very close to this value of A value. Similarly, we can find for the value of BC. Okay. Now for the span BC, you can also find out these reactions. In the span BC, what is happening? You can draw the Freeburg diagram. Here is not drawn here Freeburg diagram. Let us draw the Freeburg diagram. For span BC, what is happening? So in the span B, there is a anti-clockwise movement here, there is a clockwise movement here, and there is a UDL here. Okay, and this is 4. Just like that. It's 49.94. Okay. There is no moment here. This is 0. So don't put this moment. This moment 0. Now this is 49.94. Okay. So this is your moment here. This is 20 kilonewton per meter. Okay. And this is your span of 4 meter. So you have to calculate what is the reaction due to this load at here RC, and here it may say RB2 or RB. What RB2 for this span or RB2 gems. I will take moment at C0, sigma MC0. So what will find out? Sigma MC0 means RB into 4. RB into 4 gives which kind of moment? RB into 4 will give your clockwise movement. So anti-clockwise movement will be minus 49.94 minus the value of WL square by 20 into 4. 20 into 4 into 4 by 2, that is equal to 0. Okay. Now if we will solve this problem, we'll find 52.485 kilonewton. If it's 42.5, total load is 80. Total sigma V0. Sigma V0 means your RB plus RC is equal to 20 into 4. Okay, so that is equal to 80. So 80 minus this will give 27.515. So this is how we do the equilibrium of each span. So if you draw the Freeburg diagram, what are the moments, end moments, what are the loads, and then you can find the reactions by putting the equilibrium equation. Sigma V is equal to 0 and sigma M is equal to 0. The same thing has been done here. Similarly in column BD, now this is the column. So in the column, what we'll do? In the column, what is being given? Let us see what are the things given in the column. So in the column, you see there is a 20 kilonewton load here. This is hinged. There is no moment, and here it is a clockwise movement. So we can do now clockwise movement of 8.38. 8.38, and the span is 4 meter. Okay. Now go to column BD. Here is B, here is D, here is a load of 20 kilonewton, right? There is a moment, clockwise movement of 8.38, right? So because it is a horizontal, there will be vertical reactions has no meaning. There will be a horizontal reactions here, HD. Reaction here, HD. So what is HD? Now take moment about B0. You take sigma MB0. Let's say sigma MB0 HD into 4. The distance is here. This is 4, and this is 2, Okay, so this is 2. Now hd into 4, it gives moment. What type moment gives? This is this gives a anti-clockwise movement. So this is clockwise. So and this will give also anti-clockwise 20 into 2. So these plus hd will give a clockwise. This is give a clockwise, and this is anti-clockwise. This is clockwise, right? This gives anti-clockwise. This gives anti-clockwise. So you get the value rd into 4 anti-clockwise. Then 20 into 2. 20 into 2 also is gives minus 20 into 2. So check the value. Then this value is clockwise. So minus 8.38 plus 20 into 2 is equal to 0, and that will give the value of hd. Reactions will obtained. So check this plus and minus. There's some error, I think. So this is how we'll find the reactions, by taking moments at the ends. Okay. These are all values we have obtained for the reactions. MBD. MBD is sorry, it is anti-clockwise. No, it is clockwise. Clockwise means if this is giving, so it will take hd, which direction taking, that depends. So if hd is 7.92 towards right, we have taken positive. So if we're taking right, so that's negative. If negative, it will be acting on this direction. So hb, similarly, you can find the value of hb. Now you have to see the diagram. Now you have to draw the diagrams of the bending moment diagram. We are very interested on the bending moment diagram. Let us see how the bending moment diagram has been obtained for this problem. Now, what you do in the bending moment diagram? In the bending moment diagram, we have the moments A may be, that is anti-clockwise, so minus. Here the moment is comes 41.56. So here it is comes 49.94. It is 0, and here it is. Here is 8.38. That is anti-clockwise. So you can put these values, and here it is 0. You first draw these values. Okay. First, the 8.38 was clockwise, so it is negative here. So if the moments you are calculating from this side clockwise positive, from this side anti-clockwise is positive, bending moment diagram. Now accordingly you draw these values because it is the anti-clockwise here, clockwise must be positive, anti-clockwise negative. So similarly draw the fixed the moment diagrams. So you can go here, then you come down, and then you can go like this way, and here it is like this way. With this you have to superimpose the actual load as a simple support beam. So here we have a point load. You can find WL by 4. Okay, WL by 4 will be the ordinate here. That is 160. Here it will be WL square by 8. So this ordinate is 40. Okay, so this ordinate is 40. Here again it is WL by 4. If it is at AB, WAB by L. So please check what was the loading condition. So it is AB 120. So the 120 means that you have to see WAB by L. What is the simplest value? WAB by L. W120 into 2 into 4 by 6. Okay. So 20 into 2 into 4, 160. So this value will come as 160. Here WL square by 8, 20 into 4 square by 8. 4 square means 16 by 2, 8. So 160. So these values will be written on the ordinates like this. Write in the ordinates. Okay. Write the ordinate values, and then you will find the value of things. Once you draw this, overlap these diagrams, then you see the common area neglected. This will be minus, this will be plus, this will be plus, this is minus, minus, plus, minus. Then the final bending moment diagram being obtained for this case. So this is, if you want to point of a contact fracture, then you have to find the individual span equilibrium and find where the shear force changes sign, and where the shear force changes sign. At that point, you calculate the ordinate for the bending moment. That will give the maximum bending moment on the diagram. So this may not be the maximum value. So here this already we have discussed these things. This is not the maximum. It may occur somewhere else. So you have to draw the free body diagram of this. Take where moment x, shear force 0 at distance x, then find out the bending moment. That reaction times x minus wx square by 2. That will be the moment here. Okay. And if the shear force changes sign under the load, and you find the maximum value will come here under the load. So this is how you have to solve this problem and find the ordinates of the maximum minimum on the diagram. So let us discuss another problem on this on this uh, on this non-sway problems. We'll see another problem that is non-sway. Okay, let us draw this. Let us draw this diagram. So this is another example. You have seen one example. Let's see another example, so that you will be clear how it is being done. Now there's a UDL here. It's a simple problem like this. This is a UDL given here 40 kilonewton per meter. Here it is I. There is also it is I. It is 2I. But it is symmetrical. You can see the beam is 2I. This II means symmetrical, and this is given let 4 meter. Okay. And this is A, B, C, and D. So now span we have to give. So this span is 6 meter. This 6 meter, that is 4 meter, 40 kilometer, I 2N. Now if you see this problem at the CG line, central line, it is symmetrical both in geometry and loading. So there will be no sway. No sway. You see, I is the moment of inertia of this column, I is moment of this column. So this end fixed, this end fixed. So support condition remains similar. Then in the UDL, so both side loading is same. So there will be no sway. Now you have to solve the problem. So what is the solution now? So similarly, we have to find this first. We have to find this fast this fixed end moments. So what are the fixed end moments? Now the fixed end moments MFAB, in the AB value there is no load, so MFAB is equal to MFBA is equal to 0, since there is no load on this span AB. Similarly MFCD is equal to MFDC, there is no load, so this is also 0. So we have only value in BC. In BC we have MFBC minus MFCB, that is equal to minus WL square by 12. So W is given 40 into 6 square by 12. So this value comes out to be minus 120. It is very simple because there is no load. You have not calculated many things. You have to only simply calculate the value of fixed end moments. Once you calculate the fixed end moments, next you come to the slope deflection equations. What are the slope deflection equations? Now write down the SD equations. I'm writing short form. You can write slope deflection equation. So now they have the three spans AB, BC, and CD. So for MAB, what is MAB? There is no fixed end moment, so that is equal to 0 plus. Now because this A and D, they are fixed, so theta A is equal to theta D is equal to 0, and also delta is equal to 0. So these are the conditions given from the problem you can see. So now you can say 2 EI by L. Okay, L is equal to height given 4, 2 EI by L. Then it is only 2 theta A plus theta B, and because theta A is 0, so this also vanishes, is equal to value. What the value will come? If you write, it will be 2 by 4, so 0.5. 0.5 EI. This is equation number 1. Similarly, you can find MBA. Okay, So now you know the how to write calculation. So I am directly writing 2ei by 4. So this is equal to 0 into 2 times theta. 2 times theta b means it becomes ei theta. Equation number 2. In equation number 3, for the span BC, you'll find MBC. For MBC, the fixed moment is equal to minus 120 plus 2e into 2i. 2i is the I value given for the span BC. So you write 2i divided by the span is 6 meter into 2 theta b plus theta c. Because there is no value of theta d. Sorry, there is no value of delta. So this is the equation. Now this equation we can write down if it comes out to be this equation we can write down. Now this equation if you write down it is equal to what the value of MBC. So MBC comes out to be minus 120 plus 4 by 3 EI theta B. Okay, 4 by 3 EI theta B plus 2 by 3 EI theta C. So this is equation number 3. Right? Then you can write down MCB. MCB is equal to again plus 120 plus 120, then plus 2 EI by 2 into I by 6 into theta B plus 2 theta C, right? Delta 0. So this comes out to 120 plus 2 by 3 EI theta B, 2 by 3 EI theta B plus 4 by 3 EI theta C. So this is your equation number 4. Okay, this is equation number 4. Similarly, you can find out the value for AMF BD and AMF DB. So write down the value for MCD and MDC. Now what is MCD? MCD again 0 plus theta D 0. So 2 EI by L. L is equal to again 4 into 2 theta C. The theta D 0. So that is come out with EI theta C. Okay, equation number 5. Similarly, MDC will be calculated. MDC is equal to again 0 plus 2 EI by 4 by into theta C, because theta D is theta C. Sorry. Theta C and theta D is equal to 0. So this is theta C and theta D 0. So this comes out to be 0.5 EI theta C. Okay, so this is equation number 6. Once we find all these things, now come to the joint equilibrium. What is the joint equilibrium now? If you see your problem, what is the joint equilibrium? Now joint equilibrium is like this. Okay. So theta C, theta D, theta A, theta D 0. So is BC. So MBA plus MBC 0. Here MCB plus MCB 0. Two unknowns theta C, theta B. So that can be find out. Joint equilibrium. So come to the joint equilibrium. So sigma MB0. Sigma MB0 means your MBA plus MBC is equal to 0. Okay, if you add both the things, you'll find out will come 7. I am not going detail. You can calculate yourself. 7 EI theta B plus 2 EI theta C is equal to 360. Okay. Let it is PP equation A. Similarly, if you come to joint C, sigma MC0. Sigma MC0 implies MCB plus MCD is equal to 0. So what does it imply? You put all these equations, what will find out? The equation is comes out to be 2 EI theta B, 2 EI theta B plus 7 EI theta C, 7 EI theta C is equal to minus 360. This comes out minus 360. So this is equation number B. Now you have to solve the equation number A and B. By solving the equation A and B, we will find EI theta B and EI theta C. So by solving equation A and B, that you can solve the Simon equation. Solving A and B, the two equations, will find the conditions of the slopes EI theta B and EI theta C. So see what the value coming. EI theta B is coming 72 and theta C is coming minus 72. Now, once you find these values EI theta B and EI theta C, so you can write the equations clearly. Then we can put these values on this equation number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have developed all the equations for MAB, MBA, MBC, MCB, MBD, and MD. Now putting this value of EI theta B and EI theta C, we can write down the values of MAB. So what are the values now coming? MAB, MBA, the end moments, MBC, MCB, MCD, and MDC. So now put all these values, and whatever value you will get, MAB is come 36 kilonewton meter, MAB coming 72 kilonewton meter, MBC coming minus 72 kilonewton meter, MCB coming 72 kilonewton. If it is symmetrical, they will come both sides same. And MCD comes out to be minus 72 kilonewton meter, and MDC comes out to be plus 72 plus 36. It will be 36 kilonewton meter. So EI theta C is coming minus 72. So if you put minus 72 in your equation of MDC, so minus 72 into 0.5 will give the value of minus 36 or plus 36 for value of count. Okay, MDC we have calculated 0.5 EI theta C. EI theta C is minus 72, so it should be minus 36. Minus 36 kilonewton meter. Now, so putting the values, you will find these equations comes like this way. And now, once you find these moments, you can draw the free diagrams for this problem. Now, we have already obtained the values of MAB, okay, MBC, MBA, MBC, MCB, MCD, and MDC. Now, let us see how the moments are acting on the frame. Let us draw the moment, draw the diagram. Now, here it is 36 plus, so it is clockwise. Here it is 72 clockwise, so we can say this is okay. So this is 36 clockwise, and this is also 36 clockwise, right? Now here MBC, they give the names A, B, C, D. Now MBC comes out to be minus 72. Minus 72 means it is anti-clockwise. So it is here will be 72 anti-clockwise. and MCB is positive, so plus 22. So it is clockwise. Now here MCD comes out to be minus 72. So minus means it is anti-clockwise, right? So it will act here like anti-clockwise direction. This is clockwise, so it will act like anti-clockwise direction. 72. And here it is minus 36 again anti-clockwise. So anti-clockwise means anti-clockwise. So this will also anti-clockwise. This is 36. Okay. Now we have to see the problem how to draw this. Now the bending moment diagram for this. If you draw the bending moment diagram now, you see this, and accordingly you have to draw. These are the moment diagram. The end moments we have found for each span, and if the moments are positive, then that acts as a clockwise direction in that point, or on the span on that end, and if it is negative, that is anti-clockwise on that end. So AB is different span, BC is different span, and CD is a different span. Now we'll draw this bending moment diagram for this. We'll draw the bending moment diagram now. How to look like? There is no load on the spans. Now you take this is A, B, C, and B. Okay. Now come to the end A. What the load acting? It is acting 36 in clockwise. So clockwise means positive. So positive means we'll take this side is positive. This is 36. Now here it is this is 72. This is not 36. This value is 72. This value is 72. Okay. Now here it is anti-clockwise. It is acting clockwise. 72 acting clockwise positive. But here anti-clockwise moment is positive for bending moment. So this 72 will be negative. Now we can take here 72 here. So 72 here, 36 here. Now you join. This will be like this. So this is positive and this is negative. This is for the span BA. Because there is no other loads here acting. If there are some loads, we could have superimposed these values. So there is no load, so like that. In span BC, this is acting. You see how it is acting? It is anti-clockwise, clockwise positive here. And in this side is acting clockwise, but anti-clockwise positive. So both are negative. So we can see here is 72. Here is also 72. Now both will be negative. So this value is 72. Okay. Now with this, we have to superimpose the UDL. So we have a UDL. What is the UDL value? We have a UDL like this. The UDL is 40 kilonewton per meter, right? And the span is nearly 6 meter. So what the bending moment diagram for the simplified beam? WL square by 8. So 40 into L square is 36 by 8. So 8 by 40 means 5. So 180. Now it will be value of 180 will come here. Okay. Now a value of 180 will come here. You can say now like this way. So draw the bending moment diagram like this 180. Like this. So this is 180 at the center. Okay. So now this will be positive, this will be negative, and this will be negative. This part is the common part. So this is your bending moment diagram. You can give the like this. So this can be your moment diagram. On this side, you can give these dots prominent. So this is negative, this is negative, this is positive. So this is negative, this is positive. Now come to CD. In the span CD, you see how it is acting. 72 is acting. Which direction? It is acting in it is acting on anti-clockwise direction, and here is also is acting anti-clockwise direction. If you come from this side, the clockwise moments are positive, coming in this way. So clockwise movement positive here, and anti-clockwise movement here positive here. So it is minus 72. It is anti-clockwise. So clockwise positive here. Bending when I'm going in this span in this way. Okay, like this way I'm going. So now this is minus 72, and this is plus 36. So this is 36, and this is 72. This is negative, and this is positive. So the bending moment from diagram for both the, because it is symmetrical, it should be mirror. Okay, just like this side and this side will get the similar type of bending moment diagrams. And so I think you now understand. Now you have to draw the moment diagram. From the moment diagram, you have to develop the bending moment diagram. By drawing the moment diagrams, you first put the moments at each ends, and the moment and bending moment has a different concepts. Bending moment diagram, as we have told, if you are going from A to B, then B to C, then C to D. At the left end, the clockwise movements are positive, and for bending moment, and at the right end, the anti-clockwise moments are positive. You see here the moment is acting clockwise, so it is taken positive here. Okay. Now in the frame, this side is positive, this inner side is positive, the outer side is taken negative. Now, if you see this 72, it is acting how? It is acting clockwise, but at this end, anti-clockwise moments are positive. So that is why you have taken negative here. For span BC, you see here it is anti-clockwise, here it is clockwise, just opposite to the bending moment diagram convention, sign convention. Bending moment at B clockwise shall be positive, at C anti-clockwise shall be positive, because both are opposite to the directions. So the values are 72, 72 minus, so it will become a rectangle. And because there is some loads on the span BC, and that gives a positive bending moment, if for a simple supported case, if we take the simple supported UDL, that gives a positive bending moment diagram. Now this positive diagram will be superimposed with this, so that the common values will be plus minus cancel. Okay, so this is the principle of superposition. We are putting a superposition principle here. So because it is a UDL, W square by 8, that is being put like this. So that becomes value of 180. Similarly, you come to CD. C is now left hand. D is the right hand. The left side the C clockwise moments positive. Okay, and here anti-clockwise moments are positive. So because it is anti-clockwise, it is negative. The anti-clockwise is positive. So this is the bending moment. So this is how you can draw the bending moment diagram for any frame if you understand the concepts. So you can draw these things. So with this, we'll conclude these frames without sway. Next class, we'll discuss frames with sway. So with this, this chapter is this lecture will stop. And thank you for attending this class.